welcome to our show. Today we're going to talk about how chemistry is related to certain topics like medicine, alimentation, war, and global warming. And we have some special guests that are going to talk about it. I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about how it's related to alimentation. Chemistry is related to alimentation because if it weren't for chemistry, the products will take a lot of time to grow and we wouldn't have enough food to feed all the world. And with the chemics we made, we can make fertilizers so the insects don't eat the fruits or aliments that we are creating. Also, with the chemistry we made them with more vitamins and proteins are better for our body and we make them bigger for us. Our next guest, Dr. Eugenio Martinez, is going to talk about how chemistry is related to medicine.
My name is Eugenio Martinez and I'm going to talk to you about how chemistry is related with medicine. The medicine we know nowadays is mostly composed about chemistry. If it wouldn't be because of chemistry, we wouldn't have the medical improvements that we have nowadays. For example, when a patient comes to see the doctor, you have to diagnose him. And to give him a correct diagnosis, you have to make certain lab tests. And those tests are possible because of chemistry, the blood test or things like that. When you have the results of those tests, you have to medicate him. And those medicines that are necessary for him to cure are also possible because of chemistry. For example, when you have a patient and it has osteoporosis, you have to find out what's happening to his bones and how to stop them. Basically, medicine is all composed of chemistry. At least you're talking about something very simple like setting up bones or something like that. But the mother chemistry is composed medicine.
Now we have our next guest that is Gustavo Garza, that is a specialist in the global warming. Let's welcome him.
Hi, my name is Gustavo Garza. I'm gonna tell you what is global warming. Global warming is the process which all carbon dioxide stays in the atmosphere because we are like cutting out all the trees and making that all the carbon stays in the atmosphere.
Oh, and how is it related with chemistry?
Well, this is all related with chemistry because global warming is a process of a greenhouse effect, and all this process of all the types of greenhouse effects relates with all chemistry because all the elements like carbon and dioxide stays like in the atmosphere.
Oh, and what are some of the consequences of the global warming?
The consequences that can bring global warming are that we are melting ice caps in the world, change of behavior of animals, change of plants, and the principal consequence that can bring to humans is that the increasing of the temperature that can affect us
The
all.
specialist couldn't be here because he's in his lab doing special research, but he's going to talk us about global warming also.
Global warming is a great problem nowadays. It's destroying our environment, but there are several ways to counter it. It's very hard to counter it at a great level, like in communities or countries, because the government is involved in that and we cannot change everything. But in our little communities or in our houses, we can do 5 simple things to stop polluting. First, energy saving light bulbs. Change your normal light bulbs that produce the typical yellow light and change them to energy saving light bulbs that are the ones that show white light. Choose better your foods because a lot of foods come from processed by chemicals and those chemicals hurt the environment. So if you choose better your food, more organic food, that could prevent a lot of damage to the environment. Try to travel less in vehicles that use fuels like cars, trains, um, air, airplanes, and stuff like that. Try to use more like the bicycle or walk if they are short distances. Um, don't throw the trash to the floor or to the streets, try to put it on his trash can, and with the trash, try to separate it, and recycling, put glass in a trash can, um, paper, general garbage in another trash can, recycle, and yeah, it should be easier like that, and it will help a lot our environment.
General Ramon Rodriguez is going to talk about how chemistry is related to war.
What is war? War is a state of conflict between societies. It is generally characterized by extreme aggression. What does chemistry have to do with war? In the Second World War, chemistry was used to create bombs and extreme weapons to hurt or kill enemies. Some examples of this are mortar gas, which is gas that was used in the Second World War by the Nazis, which is gas that burned their enemy's skin off, creating third degree burn.
As we saw in this video, chemistry is related in all aspects that we use nowadays, like human beings.
And chemistry is related with all the greenhouse effects that affect our world. And as we saw in the video, if we don't make a change in how we treat our environment, we can have problems in the future.
Chemistry is also used in the wars, and it's a very important key role. It takes a very important role in war.
Chemistry can be used in bad things and good things, so we need to be careful how we use chemistry because it's very important to the world, but we need to use it wisely.
Thank you for watching.